We're a couple weeks in. No real idea yet. We haven't competed. So lots of unknowns. Anytime you graduate half your roster, from last year, you got opportunities for new guys. And that's, I guess, as coaches, that's probably what we're most excited about is who's going to step up this year. And, the goal for us is always the same. It's trying to find out how good we can be and helping each guy reach their full potential. And that's really all we're focused on. And it's been that way every day. And we've had a good preseason leading into our official start. But the last couple of weeks have been more dialed in. And, now that we're getting ready to compete, we wrestle tomorrow. We have a duel. So, we'll get a chance to kind of start to slowly see what lineups look like. We're not too worried about that right now. Just focused on each and every guy getting better. And, we're excited. I think this group, more than a lot of years, just the energy, the motivation from within. We got good leadership, and our culture's one of building each other up, and a lot of it's because of the guys that are sitting here. But we have a lot of really good leaders, and when you have that from within, it makes our job as coaches easier. So looking forward to getting started. We compete tomorrow night, and then we have a duel at home the following Wednesday, and then everybody will go to Luther Open, which is where we kick off the entire program. So, fired up to get going.
What's the main focus during preseason training?
Really fundamental skills. No matter what level you're at, even at the highest level, fundamental skills is what wins matches. And so we've spent a lot of time there, and just really building conditioning. Wrestling's unique in terms of you can be a runner, there's a lot of different cardio you can do, but nothing really prepares you for the sport of wrestling like wrestling. And so, building skills and building conditioning, and then really for us as coaches, getting to know each and every guy. And here's what I mean by that is, for us, our expectations are the same, but how we train guys is different just based on what they need. And so figuring out what each guy in our program needs, that's a lot of what we've, as coaches this preseason, tried to dial in on. And but the preseason's really a lot of teaching, and that's what it kind of comes down to. That's the beauty of not competing for a couple weeks, is just you're able to focus on helping guys learn.
Returning national champion leads your lineup this season. How do you help them stay sharp while also mentoring the younger weight classes?
Well, anytime you have someone that's won a championship that's returning, it's really, really important, I think, that you help them understand it's going to be even harder, and, the good part is Mitch understands that, everything that you put in last year to win a championship, as hard as you worked, as hard as you trained, you're going to have to find another gear. You're going to get everybody's best effort every single time you compete. You're going to have to continue to evolve and make changes. And the good part is that's something that, he embraces that challenge. And, and so, you got some leadership with him. You got some leadership with these other two guys that are sitting up here. Both are returning All-Americans. And, your ultimate goal as a coach is to have your young guys be able to follow some of your leaders' examples. And that's exactly what our young group has been able to do so far. And these guys set the example at a real high level.
For seniors next year, so it's going to be interesting. We want to lead thing on the let's see it over wrestling as you further like.
For me, I think it's been a place that kind of really changed my perspective on life. I didn't start here. Keller kind of found me when I was in the portal 3 years ago now. And, injury obviously changed kind of how long I was going to be here. But being able to get people to understand the opportunity you get here, it's a very different place than a lot of other places in the country. There's no other D3 program like this. That's why they've been so successful.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Honestly, just kind of perspective. This place has put a lot of perspective on me. Kind of just like what Charlie said. This place has changed my life, and definitely for the better. And it's made me the man I am today. This program, this school. So kind of leaving lasting legacy. It's not even for me more so about the accolades, and I don't really. That comes and goes, but leaving that legacy. Just kind of creating that joy, we talked about it as a team yesterday, but finding your joy in what you do and leaving and surrounding yourself with people who have the same passions and joy. So I think for me, leaving the legacy is leaving just a positive mark, whether it's through leadership, but making the others around me better and pushing them to be the best and just leaving a positive impact.
Yeah, kind of building off those two. I mean, all three of us are transfers, and we've all got to experience different programs, but there's nothing truly like Wartburg College and the atmosphere and just like the community around Wartburg wrestling, and it's honestly just been great to experience. So,
Is there something that you three are taking this season that maybe you haven't taken in your junior Grammy seasons? Your little chip on your shoulder, W.
I guess for me, coming back from an injury, I think just not taking it for granted. Every single day you get to go in that road, you gotta make the most of it. Can't think of anything else. Kind of focus when you're in there. Kind of attack each day. Same.
Yeah, I'd say for me, kind of chip on the shoulder. All-American last year, but not the goal. And I think a big thing here, especially with Keller and all the coaches and just the program in general, is not being complacent, right? So, yes, the All-American's great and all, but we're looking for a national championship. So I think basically trying to find my legacy and leave a lasting impact by winning a national championship. So,
realizing that I'm a returning national champ, there's kind of a leadership that comes with that, and just kind of building on being more vocal. I'm very much so wanting to lead by example, not using my voice as much. And so I've been working on that, encouraging guys and being optimistic in the rookie stuff. So.
Culturally, what do first years learn about Wartburg wrestling in the first couple of weeks that outsiders might not see?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, go ahead. Say it again.
Forgot you guys in the side here. Culturally, what do first years learn about Wartburg wrestling in the first couple of weeks that outsiders won't really see?
I think the high level of expectation, but it really starts in the recruiting process. That's where it really begins, because, when we're talking to young men about what this program stands for and who we are, that's ultimately why they choose to come here. Because, we're straightforward with them. This is a place where you're going to be challenged, but you're going to find out how good you can be. You're going to reach your full potential. But more importantly, you're gonna be loved. You're gonna be cared for, And I think that genuine, true love and bond is why guys do come. And then obviously an opportunity to win a championship for themselves and be on a team that wins the championship. That's the ultimate in this sport. And then a step beyond that, just who they become. Because ultimately for us as coaches, and me and Coach Gittleson talk about this a lot, but our whole goal and what we love about what we get to do is help create and guide and mentor men. And we get to do it through something that we love, the sport we love, which is wrestling. But, the big picture of it is who these guys become through this program. And so, when first years come in, they might not totally wrap their head around that part of it, but that's what we love is helping those guys evolve and grow. And by the time they're done here, and it doesn't end here, it doesn't ever end, we're still coaching guys 5, 10, 15 years down the road that wrestle here, and that's something that we really, really love to do.
Which weight classes display the most depth and talent heading into this season?
Every weight class, to be honest with you. Really. I mean, I don't ever get too caught up talking about names, just because, ultimately I don't ever want to leave something out. But I mean, in our program, that's again, I just mentioned it why guys come here, but that's why they come here. And wrestling's unique in terms of this. You need really, really good people around you to help you evolve. It is an iron sharpens iron. That's how exactly this sport works, And so, having really good people to train with every single day is what elevates you. And so, every weight class is wide open. I mean, every spot's got to be earned. These three guys sitting up here after, and that's the beauty of wrestling. You get an opportunity to go out there and earn it. And again, that's what we're looking forward to as coaches is who is going to step up and earn this opportunity. But ultimately, our goal is to continue to help each and every guy develop every day, regardless if they're the guy or not. Because that's how you have sustained success. That's how you have tradition. You help develop every single guy, whether they're the guy or not. And that way, if opportunity comes, and for example, last year, we didn't foresee the injuries that happened in national duels with Charlie and with James Levy. Both those guys both were injured in the national duels. And I mean, that's a really clear picture of what it looks like when immediately there's change and there's opportunity for guys. It was really unfortunate what happened and heartbreaking. But you had guys that were ready to step in and make the most of their opportunity. And so, and obviously big picture, we're thankful that we have Charlie and James both back. It was devastating last year. And really for us last year, there was a lot of the month of January trying to figure out what does our lineup look like and what is our best team. That's an interesting time to be figuring all that out. But, so making sure each and every guy is operating at their highest potential every day. That's really what it comes down to. And I talked about it again on Monday, for our young guys. You don't have to wait to be good. Don't have a mindset of like, when I'm a junior, don't have that mindset. Immediately grab opportunity by the throat and take advantage of being in one of the best rooms in the country, so.
Coach, last March ended in a historic national title tie. What did the group learn from winning a title by such a close margin that carries this season?
Man, that was awesome. It was awesome to win a championship, and nobody thought we could. It's fun doing things that people don't think you can do. And going into that national tournament, there wasn't anybody that thought we were going to win the championship. I mean, we were it. People wrote us up, and so it is fun. And, we talk about it all the time. It's something that, you try to get guys to understand when you talk about every single point matters. It does. And so you concentrate on that, you talk about it, but you apply it on a daily basis and you apply it every time you compete, and getting guys in the habit of trying to score bonus, trying to score more points. That's how you win championships. And so really helping guys understand that you never know tournament like that. I mean, it was to the every half plate is what it came down to, which was wild. But, it's also something, it doesn't, trying to get a team to understand this, and we talk about it a lot, but it really doesn't matter what people think. All it really comes down to is what we believe. And, I talked about it last year sitting right here before we left for the tournament when somebody asked, like, man, it's never been done before, we're six. Do you guys even have a chance? And I said, challenge accepted, because I truly believe, yes, absolutely, we have a chance to win the championship. This group believed. And so, the bigger picture message is it matters what we believe as a group, not what anybody else thinks. And so, making sure that we remind guys of, don't pay attention to the noise. Don't pay attention to what other people are saying, because it's irrelevant.
Coach and the rest of you up there as well. Obviously, Augsburg is a big duel, but what's another duel that you guys are
looking forward to out of your schedule?
They're all big. They're all big. There isn't a single competition that's not important, you know, and that's how you make sure upsets don't happen. That's how you make sure your guys are prepared and ready to go every single time. Is we don't overlook anybody. You know, the most important duel is tomorrow with Simpson College, you know, and so making sure that everybody in our lineup understands that, dude, if you're getting an opportunity to compete, that you're ready to go out there and wrestle at your highest level. And, you know, our conference is by far the best conference in the country. And so, you know, our guys understand that every time that we compete against somebody, we better be at our best. Because we expect everybody to be good. We just got to be better.
I mean, yeah, same thing Keller was saying, you know, you never know when the last time you pushed for the Lions. I didn't think my last match last year would be the first day of national duel, so just attack each match the same every time you put your foot on that line. Make the most of that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Keller makes a great point. I mean, we emphasize it, and that most important match is the next one. But yeah, there are obviously some key tournaments and duels that you really look forward to. I mean, for me, it's that national duels, right? Being able to double up is a goal of mine. And like you said, Augsburg's important, but our first time wrestling them is usually in the national duels final. So we've lost to them the last 2 years. Actually, no, beat them 2 years ago. National duels, lost to them last year. So we'd like to get that back. But yeah, I think also another one that's one of my favorite, and I think it's a team favorite, is Takedown Might-Up. It's a great opportunity to put on the green singlet. We've never lost, and it's always a tradition and legacy you want to carry on. We've never lost in the green singlet. We don't plan to.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can add to that, guys.
Damn, Casey.
Kind of, you know, just attacking every match with the same attitude and same mindset. So, yeah.